Look, guys, South Africa stood firm against the U.S. during G20. We got a lot of highlights. We got a lot of uh, what I'm saying, videos to check out, short clips to check out of world leaders and black people. You know what I'm saying, praising SA and SA's president for standing firm. You know what I'm saying. I was actually happy as well. You feel me? Because it didn't take, you know what I'm saying, a war or guns or threats or anything like that. It was just a humble, you know what I'm saying? It was just a humble, you feel me? Like, okay. That's what I liked about it the most. You know what I'm saying? It was very just a chill, humble, you feel me? But let's go ahead and check out these clips, man. Let's get right into it.
Mind that South Africa has the most black millionaires in Africa. So
we are bigger than that. And President Ramaphosa has demonstrated to the world that he's a leader amongst leaders. He's gotten this G20 summit to be successful.
Did you see what South Africa just did to America at G20? Yo! They said you can come and collect the G20 declaration from the DIRCO head offices on Monday. Basically, the equivalent of telling America via SMS, your passport is ready for collection at Home Affairs. Yo!
Facts though.
So America was not there in the G20 nakhumbula ngisho. So Ronald Damula ukhiphe statements ukuthi if America they want to collect handover ye G20 for next year ukuthi iyo base America they need to go to offices where they record Department of International Relations and Cooperation.
I don't know how to keep saying thank you to South Africa at this point, because aside the fact that we are appreciating them for hosting the G20 summit, but it seems like you guys are forgetting so soon the tussle it was for them to host it. Now, come to think of the fact that so many Western powers struggled. They did the most. They created controversy, propaganda around the nation of South Africa. Yes, because they didn't just want South Africa to host this G20 summit, but the South African leaders did not bow down to Western powers. They stood their grounds, they tussled, they fought so hard, and here we are. South Africa is doing their thing. As always, it's not even like it's strange. As always, South Africans are fighters. But there is one thing I really wish we should appreciate South Africans more for. What is that? The fact that they host the G20 summit. And for the record, South Africa is the only African country in the G20. Bear that in mind. So, aside this fact that they're the only country in the G20.
Because fact, the World Cup 2010, the BRIC Summit, the G20,
Summit, they still go as far as inviting other African leaders. Like, they care about the African brothers and sisters to be like, we are
Shout
here.
out.
We as well want you people to take active part, because we need as well your knowledge, your expertise, your contributions to make a better Africa. We have been crying for a better Africa, and the Africans are literally giving us a platform, because we have seen the Nigerian president
bro.
being
Shout
active.
out! I didn't even know that, bro. I didn't know that they invited other African countries, African presidents to be involved. Hey, shout out, man! Shout out SA, bro. That's beautiful to see, man. That's really good to see. Unity, man. They don't want to see. They don't want Africa to unite, bro. That'll be a dangerous thing. I'm telling you, it'll be a dangerous thing.
For the G20 summit, we saw the Namibian
A good
president being
dangerous.
active. We have seen as well the Angolan president, the prime minister of Egypt, and a couple of other leaders on this continent being present in the summit. Thank you, Mzansi Africa, because you could still just decide and be like, no, we're going to be selfish with our connections, with our everything, with our resources. We'll just sit down on everything, and everything needs to benefit just South Africa. But you said, no, we have got African brothers and sisters, and we want them as well to have a platform to express themselves. Thank you so much. Guys, before you want to start saying, oh, South Africa is hosting the G20 summit because white privilege, or there are a few hands of white people who are doing the most, bear in mind that South Africa has the most black millionaires in Africa. So go do your research. Story for another day. Come to think of the fact that South Africa hosted the World Cup in 2010, as far as 2010, when African countries were still, I don't just know. They hosted the BRICS in 2018. In 2018, when African countries are still just like, I don't know, 2025, they are hosting the G20 summit. See, we need to learn how to appreciate people who put in the work, the effort. Above everything that is being said and done about the South African government or the people, They are literally carrying Africa on their backs. They are paving a way for Africa. And thank you, Mzansi Africa. No DNA for sure, just RSA for sure. Mzansi for sure.
We are bigger than that. We are bigger than that. And President Ramaphosa has demonstrated to the world that he's a leader amongst leaders. He's gotten this G20 summit to be successful. Brazil had to concede that they innovated the social summit, but we did one better to them. And there's consensus in all the things that are being tabled. We've pushed the African agenda to the top. If it was not because of the sterling leadership of President Ramaphosa, we will not be here. And the other commentary, why should we elevate nothing?
Did you see what South Africa just did to America at G20? Yo! They said you can come and collect the G20 declaration from the DIRCO head offices on Monday. Basically, the equivalent of telling America via SMS, your passport is ready for collection at Home Affairs. Yo! If you don't get it, let me quickly explain what you need to know. So the G20 is one of the biggest and most important summits in the whole world, where the largest economies and most powerful countries and blocs in the world meet to talk about economic matters and international trade. And America really wanted to destroy South Africa's G20 because allegedly terrible things are happening in South Africa. They tried to get allies and partners not to attend, like Argentina. And then they got incredibly salty, America, earlier this week when they suddenly realized that all the major countries of the world were going to attend, whether America liked it or not. All these major countries rejected America's attempt to sabotage us in favor of South Africa. And then America were like, how can we undermine this G20 even more? And they said that without America being there could be no G20 declaration, right? Now, at a G20, at the end of it, after big high-level discussions amongst all the attending countries, a set of principles and values and proposals and plans are agreed upon, and that's the declaration for the G20 for that G20 year, and it's handed on to the next hosts of the G20, which happened to be next year in Florida, happened to be America next year. And America decided that they would try to stop any declaration coming out of South Africa's G20. Unfortunately for them, South Africa did a phenomenal job, and almost unanimously a G20 declaration was agreed upon and produced by the end of this G20. And so America decided one last-ditch attempt. They were going to try to humiliate South Africa by sending a junior American diplomat to go and receive the declaration from our President Ramaphosa. Usually it's leader to leader, president to president. Trump wasn't going to be there. And so America were like, let's humiliate South Africa and their president by getting them to hand over this declaration from their highest political office to a junior diplomat. And then South Africa said, no, that's not protocol. Either you follow G20 protocol or you can come and get it after. From Monday, you can rock up to DIRCO office and any old American can go and collect the G20 declaration from any old mid-ranking South African in the diplomatic corps. The SMS has arrived, America. Your ID is ready for collection at Home Affairs. You're not special. Ha!
So the handover must happen at the head of state level, or at least a minister who is properly designated by the President of the United States of America. So now that they have assigned a charge, we have said DIRCO has equivalent officials of the charge. Hence, we welcome that they will now receive, we will do the handover. We will do it at DIRCO offices anytime from Monday. And arrangements will be made on the appropriate date.
Hey, that's crazy, y'all.
We do the handover of everything. There's a number of things that needs to be handed over with regards to the G20.
Ensuring that every person has the opportunity to contribute rather than sharing the nation.
Bro, I got a question, bro. I got to say it. Why do y'all call him Cupcake? Why do y'all call him Cupcake, bro? What is the story behind calling this man Cupcake? That's what I want to know. Shout out to Cupcake, but why Cupcake, bro? Out of all the nicknames, why Cupcake?
In Nigeria, we're investing in skills for the future, empowering our youth through digital literacy.
Y'all catch him eating a cupcake? Like,
for a just and fair future for all. The G20 must be in collaboration.
One thing that I like about South Africa is very spicy. President Ramaphosa today officially closed G20, and then South Africa have to hand over G20 to America. So America was not there in the G20. So Ronald Damula ukhiphe statement sokuthi if America they want to collect handover ye G20 for next year ukuthi iyo base America they need to go to offices with their record Department of International Relations and Cooperation ukuthi bayi collecta khona ngathi ngiyabona nabafika lapha bafike babatshele ukuthi the system is offline. So technically South Africa la ithi you can collect your handover a post office. Can you imagine, guys? South Africa
Discovery of this G20 summit formally closes this summit and now moves on to the next president of the G20, which is the United States, where we shall see each other again next year. The summit is therefore closed.
Very, very briefly ask you about the final paragraph of the declaration. It contains wording that seems carefully written about the G20 leaders commit to working together under the United States presidency in 2026 and meeting again in the United Kingdom in 2027. Are you going to be in Florida in 2026?
Yes, definitely. South Africa will participate.
There's no suggestion in there that the next meeting is going to be in 2027.
We are a member state of the G20. We are not an invited guest country. We are a member state of the G20. So we have a right to participate, and we will be participating.
Are we not going to address the disrespect that the Trump administration has been giving to Ramaphosa and his staff? The disrespect that Trump and his administration has been handing out to the South African government. What do you mean he wasn't at the G20 summit? What do you mean they wanted to send in a representative? What do you mean they sat up there and lied and said they got locked out of the G20? What do you mean they're not going to be a part of the passing of the torch? I only feel like he is not competent enough to hold the G20. This is a slap in the face to Africa. This is a slap in the face to South Africa. And it's definitely a slap in the face to Black America. But shout out to South Africa for telling them niggas to put sack. Shout out to South Africa. Stand your motherfucking ground, nigga. You nigga, hit them up style like Tupac, nigga. You feel me? Fuck them.
So, the Americans.
Yeah. Nah, I love my people, dog. I love my people, man.
This is a slap in the face to Africa. This is a slap in the face to South Africa. And it's definitely a slap in the face to Black America. But shout out to South Africa for telling them niggas to put sack. Shout out to South Africa. Stand your motherfucking ground, nigga. You nigga, hit them up style like Tupac, nigga. You feel me? Fuck them.
So, the Americans.
F-O.
They're giving the G20 meeting in South Africa a nickname, the G100. And the reason? Too many African leaders are invited. And these African leaders are invited as fellow leaders, as equals. But to the Americans, that's a no-no. Hence, they're picking up their ball like a spoiled.
We need to start putting American government. Donald Trump and the American government, not the Americans. Donald Trump and the American government. We need to make that specific, y'all. We need to make that specific. Americans is very abroad. You know what I'm saying? And Americans can be Canada. It can be, you know what I'm saying? America is not just United States. America is United States, Canada, you know, Brazil, all the way down there. You know what I'm saying? It goes all the way down. The Americas, you feel me? But the United States government and Donald Trump needs to be more specific, guys. We got to be specific about this.
Child and walking away. They're not playing. That reminds me of a conversation that one of my colleagues had many years ago with an old lady who just returned from South Africa. She was asked, "How was your trip to South Africa?" And in reply, she said, "I don't really like it. I don't now. Not for me." And
The reason she gave? Too many blacks.
What? That's crazy.
Congratulations, Your Excellency.
She wasn't used to being a minority, huh? That's crazy. Imagine how we live in the U.S. every day, being a minority. She wasn't comfortable with that, bro. That's how black people live every day in the States, bro. Minority.
Honor, a pleasure to have the chance to meet with you. All the best.
Give my greetings to my brother.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You did an excellent job. Absolutely marvelous. So thank you so much and see you anywhere in the world next time. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
My daughter lives there.
So whenever you're there, you're more than welcome.
Come to see her. I'll see you.
Yeah. Give a call. Absolutely.
So President, congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We did it.
It's good to see y'all.
Congratulations.
We did the try.
Yes. I think you have a meeting with somebody next.
I have a meeting with a few people.
Yes.
Thank you.
Big smack on the back.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was not easy.
But great job. Well done.
Of course, yeah. Please, yes. I'm sorry she couldn't come. But give her my greetings. Congratulations. Tell her going well.
Your Excellency, thank you so much. It has been a privilege of a lifetime to support the G20 presidency of South Africa, and you've made us all proud.
Thank you so much.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, the Vice President.
Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are you leaving now?
Yes, we are leaving.
Okay, I just wanted to have a quick word with you once we're in the leaders now.
Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'll see you in Luanda. You're coming, right?
I'm coming to Luanda.
Okay.
Warm greetings to President Putin.
Yes, thank you so
Rwanda.
much.
Shout out Rwanda in the
My
building.
greetings.
Okay.
Yes, I had hoped that the minister will be here, but I'm sure he's busy. Yeah.
Look at Cupcake, man. So inspirational, dog.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's getting a lot of love, man. Much deserved. Much
Ah,
deserved.
my sister.
Handshake is not enough.
Handshake is not enough.
I feel so happy.
You want a hug?
Yeah, I want to hug because it went well.
It went very well.
In spite of I'm weary. When I
It's so good to see y'all. Cupcake, man. Very inspirational, bro. Very, very inspirational. Even got, I don't know where she from, but she said, I need more than a handshake. I need a hug, my brother. You feel me? Very inspirational stuff here.
said I was proud, I meant it.
Yes, thank you.
You know, we've all been, so but it's so well handled. Thank God it's over. I hope you take a week off.
I will take a week off. But they'll never allow me. They'll never allow me to take a week. Thank you so much.
I also want, hi, how are you?
Thank you.
I also wanted to see you.
No, thank you so much. Not our level.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bro, I would feel so overwhelmed, bro.
My sister from the ICU.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Your president.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now you can rest a bit. I know how it works.
Yes, I will go and rest a bit.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
I've been the president of the G7 last year, so I know what it means.
You know what it means. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate the fact that you
I have to. The first one in Africa, you know how much I can take care of.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, yes. The new African director. The new African director.
I started only 5 days ago.
Yes, 5 days ago you started.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your support for the hospitality.
Yes.
Looking forward to work under your leadership.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you.
Nah, bro. Everybody coming in, I would have felt so overwhelmed, dog. Like my social barrier would have just went to zero instantly, bro. I probably would have just laid on the floor, bro. Like that's too much attention. That is way too, bro. That's too much. Hey, shout out to Cupcake. I don't know how anybody could do this position, bro. But you have to be someone you have to be a strong person, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to take criticism. There's gonna be people that don't like you. You know what I'm saying? People who support you. And then you got to go through hoops and hurdles with other countries like the U.S. and things like that, bruh. And stand your ground and do, bruh. What a job, bruh. What a free, hey, I'm telling you, shout out to Cupcake. Very inspirational, bruh. Look, Cupcake, I'm not glazing, you feel me? But, you know what I'm saying? You can hook a brother up, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Slide me one of them green, you feel me? Slide me one of them things, fam. You know what I'm saying? Just give me one, bro. I'm trying to get my city. You know what I'm saying? I plan to have some kids here. You feel me? I plan to have some children here. Cupcake. So you might as well give me a little citizenship. Give me, you know what I'm saying, a million. A million. You feel me? So I can, you know what I'm saying, get started. You feel me? Give me a little farm and some animals, some cows and ish. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ramaphosa. You feel me? They be doing this kind of stuff for the white people in the States. Hook me up. You know what I'm saying? Young black, you know what I'm saying? Coming to South Africa. Hook me up. Give me a little citizenship. Hey, I ain't asking for much. A young little million. A million rand. Actually, 2 million. A million for me and a million for my wife to be. You feel me? So then we can get us some cows and some farmlands and stuff like that. You feel me? But nah, shout out to Cupcake, man. He's very, very inspirational. I'm happy, man. I like this. I didn't even know about the he invited the other black countries leaders to come. Bro, that's beautiful, bro. To see black people come together, bro. They don't want to see us. They don't want to see us together, but it don't matter, no. You feel me? But yeah, man, comment down below y'all thoughts on this. Hope you guys enjoy my reaction, my commentary. If it is special, like, share, man. Stay tuned.